I gotta wait for YouTube every time because hey, we live up in this thing. What up, YouTube? I'm back like I never left. We in here. It's your girl China Black CB man, and I'm expecting me, but it's Friday. Let me go on Instagram. What up, Facebook? What up, Instagram? What up? What up? Start letting everybody come in. Got a nice little topic that I have to explain at this point. So I figured that we're in 2019, but I still feel like there's a lot of things that just random people just don't know as far as serving and things like that, tipping wise. It's a lot of people that just doesn't understand that some people are getting $2.83 an hour. And some people think that tipping is extra over some things. I'm going to explain to you the difference between serving for $2 an hour and making basically paying your bills from just your tips versus banquet serving, whether it's a golf club, um, whether you're doing weddings and things like that. I'm going to explain that to y'all. What up, girl? What up? What's up, pumpkin? I know I keep calling me to call you that no more. I know you like, doing your comedy thing. I don't know if that's still your stage name or not. Or if it was originally. So yeah, so let's get into it. I wrote down a few notes, got some notes for y'all today because I'm trying to be on point. Okay, so like I said, for those that are going out, because it's Friday, it's the weekend, and I know, this is the summertime, and I want y'all to know that for servers, this is the worst time for us. Okay. If you are making $2 an hour, 280, 283 an hour plus tips, you're doing doubles, whether it's you're working for Fridays, the IHOP, or Applebee's, California Pizza Kitchen, whatever. Wherever you are and you're working for $2.83, this might be a hard time for you simply because this is the time where a lot of people go on vacations. A lot of people, they're going to the beach and those type of things. So a lot of people, they're not going out to eat locally. So those places like, the IHOPs and Applebee's and all that type of stuff, y'all have to understand that the pros and the cons of it. Okay. When you're making $2 an hour and you have people that are coming to eat and you are spending people who are coming out to eat and you are spending $50 to $100 to $200 on your food and you have other people, please understand that these people are paying their bills from which you are tipping them. Understand that these people that you see at the door, the hosts that are greeting you, the bartenders that are making your drinks, your alcoholic drinks, whether it's a lemonade, some of those things comes from the bar. A lot of some of the, regular soft drinks as far as sodas and, things like that, that comes from the back. You get your free refills. But those other people, the host, the host that might be busters as well, the host, the bus, the bartenders, thing like that, we have to tip them out a certain percentage. Okay. So when you're giving me $5 on $100 check, I'm not seeing that money. Okay. If I'm working for $2 an hour and you're giving me $5 on $100 checks and those sort, even if it's $50, like I'm asking to understand. Okay. I understand that there's a lot of people who don't know this. They've never served in their life. But when you are in this business, you're working for $2.83. It is very, very frustrating when you have to work double shifts almost every day to make ends meet. It means that you're taking time away from your family, you're taking time away from your kids, and it's frustrating because at this point, not only am I dealing with people who don't know how to tip, a lot of y'all are ignorant to a lot of things. I'm gonna give you an example. I worked at IHOP, and I want y'all to understand, Black people, scrambled eggs with cheese is not the only way to get your eggs. Okay. Okay, it's too many times where I take someone's order and I say to them, yes, okay, you want, the stack, your short stack or whatever, and you want the lunch special and whatnot, and how do you want your eggs? And you'll look at me with a straight face and going to tell me, what you mean, regular? There's other ways for you to get your eggs made, people. There's over easy, there's sunny side up eggs. There's so many other ways for you to get your eggs. Black people, scramble with cheese is not the only way to get your eggs, okay? And now again, I not only am I dealing with again people that are ignorant to the fact that they don't understand that we're not making minimum wage. Okay, on the Banquet side, you have people who are making between $10 to $20 an hour, maybe even more if you've been there for a long period of time and you have seniority and things of that sort. Yes, that's a good way, but we're talking about weddings. Some of these places they don't have a tip policy. They have a non-tipping policy. You can't tip. You can't, there's been people at weddings and these people drunk and they trying to give the bartenders money and they can't take it. Okay. But even with that being said, you can make your money hourly, like I can, with the banquet serving, you can be at work all day making $10 an hour, $12 an hour, $15 an hour, $18 an hour, whatever. Some places they might tip you. Yes, you might get off on some late hours. You might not know where you're leaving, but it's not a hit or miss thing. This 283 thing, it's a hit or miss thing. Okay, it's hard to be able to adjust. And then that's one thing I want y'all to understand, just as servers who are just starting out, who might have their first serving job, even as hosts, because sometimes the hosts get tipped too. Sometimes your hosts make more than the servers make sometimes if the money doesn't balance out, because if they're getting a set percentage every single time, whether it's they're splitting 3%, they're always going to make their money. I'm not always coming. I remember leaving one time with $1, bro. With $1, I remember leaving. It was so hard at Applebee's working the morning shift that I barely could pay for pull-ups, bro. For pull-ups. I remember going back to work at Applebee's after working at California Pizza Kitchen. When you work at like your IHOPs and your things like that, and they're consistent, you got California Pizza Kitchen where people have, consistent, regulars that come all the time, that might come to the bar specifically for you and things like that. That's not saying that I'm going to always make $200. When you're first coming into this, you can make $200, $300 at certain places, okay? During the weekends, during the holidays. But this time for us, being as though no one is here and people are going on vacation here and they're doing this and they're doing that, it's hard. It's hard. It's like you're barely making any money, especially on Mondays. If people let me tell you something. I used to hate working Mondays to the point where I got fired simply because I snapped out about it being too many servers on a Monday, and they're gonna look at me like I'm saying something wrong, which is some bullshit. So again, there's you have to, people who are going out, who are taking their partners out this weekend and you're going out to eat and all of that, understand that your server is doing the best that they can. You have cooks that will burn the food. Like, this is what they do on a regular basis. And they don't care because they're sitting in the background. They don't have to come out to the front. They don't have to do none of that. And I have to come to you as a servant and say, yeah, you have to wait another 15 minutes that you already been waiting for. So y'all looking at us like we're always the wrong one, but understand that I'm not even going home with the $5 that you gave me on this $100 check. And then it'll be people like, oh yeah, keep the change, baby. Literal change. Like jingles. What's up? We in here talking about this server and stuff, and I want people to understand the difference between people making listen, I'm talking about, I was working at Applebee's and I saw some of the top rappers, you get what I'm saying, coming in there. They barely could pay their check. I'm not even going to throw no names out there and embarrass nobody, okay? But understand that a server making $2.83, the tips that you're giving them is how they are paying their bills. Please understand that. Like on the double, like I said, I remember working a double and made $50. You're talking about almost 10 to 13 hours? No. Understand that I have to give my host money. I have to give my busser money, probably my bartender money. And you're going to say to me, keep the change, baby. Jingles and shit. No, you keep the listen. I mean, it's so hard being the server. It's so hard going up to people. You get what I'm saying? It's so hard to go into you, going up to just random people, asking them how they're doing. You might have a badass day. I remember times where, listen, man, I remember times I would serve people and people would just look at me up and down. Well, like whether they're with their girlfriends or whatever, and they're, showing me love, and I'm trying to be as nice as possible because that's what we have to do. We have to treat every single one of our guests like as if you're the best person in there. Like I'm gonna have to attend to you. It's so hard. I'm telling y'all, you have dumb ass managers. Bro, I could have been a manager a long time ago. A long time ago, yo. And when I tell y'all, I'm talking about, I've had managers that have never served a day in their life. They don't know what service is like. I'm talking about when you're talking about greeting someone within 1 minute, you get in their drink order, the bartender is probably backed up. You get what I'm saying? Or they don't have glasses. And that's another thing too. It's just a whole bunch of etiquette that people have to learn. Please do not, like, people say this when you get into, the restaurant business. If you can lean, you can clean. But that's real shit. That's real shit. You can always find something to do. I have trained servers before. I have been employee of the month and all of that type of stuff. So I know the difference. So now that I'm in banquet serving and be able to understand the two, I feel like there's a lot of people that still doesn't know the basics of serving. There's no way you can, like I said, everybody that's coming in, you cannot say to someone, okay, or keep thinking that in 2019 that tipping is extra. No, it's not. When you're talking about banquet serving, whether it's a banquet event, a wedding, those of the that of the sort, yes. Some of those places, again, we make hourly pay. All those see with the bow ties and all that stuff that people are paying thousands of dollars for these events. Weddings, bridal showers, whatever, we make our hourly pay. But I'm talking about the Applebee's, the IHOP, all of that. Again, Black people, stop going into breakfast places. And then when a server asks you, how do you want your eggs? And you fucking ignorant ass fucking Black people look at the server and say, what you mean regular? What the fuck is regular eggs? Do you know how many ways you can make an egg? And y'all look at scramble. What you mean? You can get them sunny side up, over easy, over medium, okay? Egg whites, all of that shit. It's so crazy that even when I order from certain places, I order from the same place on in Upper Darby. I'm not gonna say exactly where it is. It's in Philly, blah, blah, blah. Well, Upper Darby, because we don't consider them niggas Philly, but whatever, right? These motherfuckers know me because I get egg whites. Well done. They be confused at first. When somebody is new, they'll get on the phone and say, egg whites, well done. They be confused, but they know exactly who I am. Stop. Oh, God. Like, it's 2019 and people, I'm telling y'all have to realize when y'all are taking y'all women out and y'all taking whoever out, understand what's going on. Those people that greet you have to get tipped later on if they're not making an hourly pay. And if they are making an hourly pay, it's less than minimum wage. It's like $5-6, bro. That's it. What else I got on my list? Oh, yeah, and the difference. Even when you notice, Applebee's and all that stuff, the uniforms are raggedy as shit. You can get away with wearing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they try to be on point and try to be like, oh, you got to wear this and you got to wear that. You can't play that shit. New servers and all that when y'all starting out, because I noticed a lot of people are going straight to banquet serving and they have no experience as far as the $283 an hour serving and don't know what the fucking struggle is. We're talking about, it was a point in time where I would, if I had to roll silverware, this was back in the day, because most people don't even roll silverware, because that's another thing that we got to do. So understand, when I'm doing those doubles and I get off work and I'm done cashing out and all of that type of stuff, I still had silverware to roll. I used to be so goddamn mad. I didn't even make $50. I didn't even have 20 guests. Yet I got to roll 120 pieces of silverware. I got to wait for the dishwashers to wash them. Okay. And then I have to polish them or wait for someone to polish them. You know, that was a struggle, bro. When you're doing this banquet serving, it's the tedious things that they're worried about. They're worried about, okay, you got to have, when you're doing banquet serving, it's two different forks. Okay. You got a solid fork and entree fork. You have an entree knife and a solid knife. You have to put them on certain sides. You get what I'm saying? Like the solid fork and the solid fork and the solid knife is on the outside, and then the entree knife and the entree fork is in the inside. You got your napkin. I'm talking about there's times where I'm just sitting there rolling or folding up napkins into Christmas trees or something like that, or polishing 400 pieces of silverware of each though, or 400 pieces total, or 400 pieces separate of each though. So of spoons. You got your soup spoons, you got your solid spoons. Teaspoons, all of that stuff. That's the tedious type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding, because it was so hard for me to get a job back in the day. I had to have so much experience. I'm talking about I had so much stuff on my resume, and all of a sudden it's just all of these people referring to whole doggone high school at these doggone banquet places. But okay, I ain't gonna say no names. It is what it is. But I'm just trying to break it down for y'all. Like, even okay, another thing. The servers and hosts and bus and all of that, hosts, and all my servers can vouch for this shit. Please pay attention to the seating chart, okay? Because my guests, you guests, and all of y'all that's coming in and want to get sat all at one time and all of that shit and want to get sat immediately or whatever, okay? Immediately. And then I'm taking a while to get to you. It's most likely true, okay? It's possible that my goddamn host has triple sat me. Hostess, okay? Pay attention to the chart. Pay attention to what's up, Snap. Pay attention to who you just sat. If you just sat me, okay, with a 5 top, and then you seat me right after that with a 4 top, and obviously it's going to take me a while to even get to this point. Then you send me with a 2 top on the other side. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then I'm okay, host. I'm not knocking y'all because I've hosted before, but I'm talking about you people that are just blatantly not wanting to understand or not pay attention. It's times where I understand. Some of the guests will be like, no, I want to sit there. Okay, I want a booth. I don't know why pizza tastes better in a motherfucking booth. Who fucking knows? Okay, I don't know. I don't know why people don't. Everybody in their mind want the booth. Okay, yeah, we talking about these damn servers, these hosts, and all of that. Hosts, you just have to pay attention, okay? Because I'm tipping you out too. And these people don't know that you just double set me or you just triple set me. And I'm supposed to what? Go to them and say, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, but that bitch over there, because that's what I be wanting to say to my guests. This bitch over here double set me and I couldn't get to y'all and shit. But no, I gotta be the nice server. I gotta be the face of this shit. I got this nigga on grill burning all the fucking steaks and ribs and shit. I got this nigga on the appetizers that can't get it together for some reason. Or I got my food coming out before my appetizer. And I have to explain that to the table. Who y'all cuss out when y'all out eating this shit? Y'all try to cuss us out. Not even knowing or understanding that I'm here for $2 an hour. Literally. What else is on the list? Oh, the damn food. So, yeah, we get paid. Listen, some people get paid $2 an hour, yo. So when y'all in there talking about keep the change, baby girl, and you giving me $1.35 or $5 on $100 check, that's fucking disrespectful. I understand that y'all don't know, but y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna learn this year. Y'all gonna learn today. Because this is the worst time. This is the worst time for servers right now. Y'all, everybody's on vacation. I was in Nellery today. Bitches is going to Jamaica. My sister about to come back from Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's going on vacation. So we're not making no money. We had our little prime little run. You get what I'm saying? But y'all are coming in here and yeah. And I bet you your brother can tell you about the stupid shit that be going on. Like I'm telling y'all, I went from, listen, I remember working at Applebee's in the morning shift and was only making $20 to $40 on my best day. I barely could afford pull-ups. You know how stressful that is? And then you have daycare, okay? And then you try to work a little later shift, but on daycare, they charging you about a minute and shit. After every minute that you late, and then that's another thing too. The managers. Okay, dog, do you understand how many managers that I've had? Listen, these places are wretched. You got the managers. Listen, it's a lot going on behind the scenes, okay? And I'm going to say this to y'all. Managers aren't the smartest, okay? I could have been a manager. But a lot of these managers, I respect the managers who have been a server, a busser, who climbed their way to the top because they understand what the fuck is going on. But I can't stand those damn managers that come from like hotels and KFC and all these fast food places and think they're going to come to a IHOP or Applebee's or Fridays and try to tell me how to do my motherfucking job. You can't tell me a goddamn thing. You can't tell me nothing. I will run circles around. Dog, I remember I used to run circles around these bitches, yo. I used to have a whole section. They used to split down the sections at night. But in the morning time, I would work the whole section. And even at nighttime, I would kill it. I'm talking about the whole, like, it's like maybe 9 tables. 9 tables at one time. And everybody is like, damn, you working that shit. Okay, so now I work in banquet type serving. And the difference is it's no more hit or miss. Because this is what we do as servers. On the weekends, sometimes, man, we'll kill the motherfucking game. Like we'll do 200-300 on a Saturday and a Sunday. If you good, though, you feel what I'm saying? You got to be great at this shit. You got to have your regulars, or you just got to work at a place that have frequent people, frequent regulars that always come in. That's always, or they come there for the service. You got to be really good at your job. It is not easy to be a damn server, right? So, but it's a hit or miss. You would make 300, right? But as soon as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday come, mind you, we would go straight to the bar. Nigga, it was so bad. I was so young doing this crazy shit, right? It was so bad that we would, because Applebee's and all of that closed real late. So we would get off like 12, 1. We would go straight to the bar, bro. We would go straight to the bar to like 4. But when you get drunk, you don't realize how much you spend. I'm talking about, nigga, you balling out. Fucking we killed it tonight. Tips was crazy. You get what I'm saying? You do all of that. And then you think it's going to be the same the next weekend. And it's not. It can be horrible. I'm talking about really, really bad, bro. So when I started working for like the California Pizza Kitchen and all of that, yeah, I would make, matter of fact, I lied. If at Applebee's, I would make like $20 on a good morning. Ain't that fucked up? That's why I couldn't afford the pull-ups. But at like the California Pizza Kitchen, and I worked at for Pizzeria Vetri. Now Pizzeria Vetri was different because it was in a mall. Like you have certain restaurants that are smack dab in the middle of the mall. So theirs were hourly plus tips because people barely was coming in there. It was like a takeout joint at first. No, I don't cook. Well, I cook at home, but I've never been a cook. And that's another thing too. Like, the difference with a lot of places is when you're working at like Fridays and Applebee's and stuff like that, when the cooks are black or listen, the cooks be hollering at you. The cooks be funny as I don't know what, but I've built like some of the best of my relationship with the cooks and shit, right? But the difference is when I got to like California Pizza Kitchen, or even when I work for IHOP, like Steve Lee, like the downtown joints, like I don't know if y'all know about Steve Lee, but he owned a lot of the top IHOPs or whatever. You couldn't even talk to the cooks, bro. You would get fired for talking about anything else other than work with the cooks. And I'm not going to lie, I like that shit. Because it be way too much nonsense being talked about. Now, after a while, it was like,
damn, like we just trying to build. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So after a while, I was like, all right, y'all doing too much. But I understand the structure. Like, okay, so even when I got the California Pizza Kitchen, I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of those cooks are Hispanic. Some of, from Hispanic origin. So I barely knew what the hell they were talking about, bro. Like, I would get so mad because I would just literally just ask for, I try my best to tip the servers the best. And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get y'all, because again, I understand that you don't got it all the time, but this is how I feel for some people. If you don't have it, don't go the fuck out. Because if you don't have it, you're already counting out shit before you even consider my tip. You already checking for prices. And that's how we know. Like, as servers, we know what be going on. When a motherfucker come in there and they start asking all of these prices, and first of all, the food prices are in here, but when you start asking about drink prices and all of that, I know you're not going to tip me well. I know you're not, because you're already limiting yourself. Whenever I go out, first of all, because I'm always going to tip good as shit. Okay, I don't give a fuck what happens, because I know. Like, well, last time I went out, it was horrible. The daiquiris and stuff came out wrong and all that. Somebody probably had to sit in the window. One of our appetizers didn't come. Our food came out before appetizers, all of that. And I knew I could understand what was going on because I'm a server. Because I understood that, okay, whoever is on mid and on grill is fucking up. But the dude on apps, he's probably on point, or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? But that comes from that experience. So because a lot of people don't know or have never served, I'm trying to give it to y'all. I'm trying to let y'all know what the fuck is going on. And I want y'all to stop going places and just limiting yourself. Again, if you can't tip somebody, or if you're already trying to count out something, don't take your kids out to eat. Don't do all of that. I've seen rappers, bro. I've seen known rappers, and I'm not going to say no name because there's a lot of rappers in Philly. I've seen rappers, and whoever work with me probably know this story. Just don't fucking start throwing no names in this shit, okay? So I know a rapper that have come to Applebee's, right? Balled out. I'm talking about the mucho size Long Island, not the ones that's on Friday where they like $3.99. I'm talking about the big joints, top shelf, all of that. They balling out with the two bitches or whatever. They ordering all of this food. Do you know that they could not pay it? The girls paid their side, right? You know that's foul. When the ladies pay their side and they leave you, and then when the manager come up to him, because a lot of these managers are young as shit, just like you said, your brother's a manager. A lot of these managers be young as shit. You get what I'm saying? Because again, I could have been a manager. I choose not to deal with that shit, okay? Don't you know this rapper gonna have the nerve to sit there talking about something? Yeah, child. Oh, no, my bad. He talking about, I don't want to, man, I'm a rapper. I feel embarrassed. So my manager's like, well, ain't you such and such? You should be able to cover the bill. They had to take this man ID. So we all in the back now taking pictures of this man ID. Ain't nobody posted or whatever the case may be. But this is what I'm saying. If you're a known rapper, why are you going out? I'm talking about, I've checked like top dogs top motherfuckers that think that they're top dogs in this city, like going to shows, and I got the camera, or I'm doing my own side things or whatever, and I know how to speak on a professional manner. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's through a message, a DM, or whatever, right? And I straight tell you about yourself. Yeah, you didn't tip me. You don't know how to tip. And they try to do something, you know what I mean? Like, look out for me or whatever the case may be, just so I won't go and tell nobody. So I want y'all to know, we see y'all. We know exactly what's going on. Let me see what else I got on my notes. Yeah, again, it's no tip out at these banquet these serving places and stuff like that. Like, we know that. We know that when you go to these banquet places, whether you're doing, the weddings and stuff like that, you can clearly see that these people are getting money. You go to these places, you get 3-course meals. You don't even think about it, right? But when you're going to an Applebee's, IHOP, Fridays, whatever the case may be, and you come out and you think that giving somebody $5 on $100 check, that's so frustrating, bro. Especially when, and I get it, there are servers that are fucking horrible. We're not going to sit here and say everybody is a great server, because when I started out, I sucked as a server. I didn't, the way that they were training me, it just wasn't right. Like, you was just certain things, like you be nervous. It's very, very hard to go up to people and say, hello, how y'all doing today? Can I take your order? I've had, like I said, I've had females look me up and down like I did something the fuck wrong to them. I done did everything I could possibly do to make you feel comfortable, make your partner feel comfortable, and you looking at me and mad at me because I'm doing a great job. It just doesn't, it blows my mind sometimes, y'all. Like, it really blows my mind that a lot of people really don't know what's going on. Again, you don't, it's a lot of setting up. So if if you're a new server and you want to know about the Banquet side of it, it is a definite. It's no longer like a hit or miss, and that's one thing that I had to understand. I had to understand my worth. I had to really look in the mirror and say, you're a great server. You know that you're good at your job. You don't need to be here working for this shit, working for basically pennies. I couldn't pay my bills. I was to the point of getting evicted, all of that type of stuff, because everything was a hit or miss. Everything was a hit or miss. You never know what you're going to leave with every single day. Even if you try to save up, you're paying for stuff every day. When I get my check, understand that it says void on there. Because we have to put in there what we're making every single day, which is, I guess, great for them for us to make $25 a day or something like that. I don't know what's going on. All I do know is there were times where my checks was literally like zero. It's nothing on there because I did good that weekend and I had to tell y'all how much I made. That shit is so hard. I don't mind folding napkins into flowers and polishing silverware and getting 100 or 300 pieces of silverware of each for some hourly pay. Hell yeah. Listen, it's some of these banquet serving places that make $18 an hour and they still get tips. Even if I don't get tipped that day, at least I know that there's something that I can count on. You can't count on this. I'm talking about it be the top places. Even when you start, like when people start switching management. Because again, that's another thing. Managers don't be knowing what the fuck they be doing. They literally be in there rock, paper, scissoring it. What should we do? Like, what are you doing? Communication is not key in a lot of these places. When you're starting out, whether you're a busser, and that's another thing too. I'll be watching these bussers, right? At my newest job now, at banquet style serving. And it's times where the latest that we'll get out of here as far as a wedding is like 11, 12 o'clock. Some maybe 1 o'clock at the latest recently, right? Do you know that when you're talking about these other places that close at 1 in the morning, these bussers are still there until like 3, 4 in the morning? And then they have to come in the next day? That's crazy to me. So I be telling them all the time, the people at my job, listen, I'm telling you, when you go somewhere else, you're going to realize how good you have it. Child, like I said, some of these servers come in there are fucking batshit crazy. I've seen servers come in there and cuss out GMs talking about F you, cracker, I don't need this job. What the hell you mean you don't need this job? You applied here. So why are you here if you don't need the job? I'm not saying that, again, all servers are great servers. But when you get a good server or just understand that a lot of times it's not their fault. Servers, when you're in trouble or certain situations and maybe you forgot to ring something in or maybe, I don't know, you dropped the shit in the back or whatever, blame it on the kitchen. They never gonna come out. Okay? I'm giving y'all tips. I'm giving y'all the scoop on this shit. Listen, when you're in the hole, servers, or some shit hit the fan, blame it on the kitchen. I'm telling you. And then I'm telling you, the managers be ratchet too. I had this manager, right? Yo, I'm not even gonna say his name because I know he's still at one of these places right now, right? He was so crazy that when you know how you be like, when they be like, well, I'd rather speak to a manager. Yes, banquet jobs are better in my opinion. If you want to hit or miss, if you're one of those people that need money every single day, then I mean, I guess you can go to a place that might be good for you. For me, I've bartended before, but I'm not one of those people that can just stand in one spot. The bartending, as far as like in the hood bars and stuff like that, it's kind of dangerous, but you make a nice amount of money because you know people are always tipping, people throwing money or whatever. You only splitting it between like four other people, whatever, but that's your money. You get what I'm saying? You probably make like a base pay. But in my opinion, if you don't want like a hit or miss situation and you want something definite, I would say the banquet jobs are better. So I had this crazy ass manager. I had a bunch of crazy managers, okay? That's why I said I would never be a manager because I already know that I'd be probably fighting. I know I'd be fighting, guessing shit. I know I would. So I had this manager, right? And when you know how you be like, oh, well, the host or the server might not be, you can't talk to this bitch no more, okay? It just seemed like it's not getting to her. She not understanding what's going on. So you asked to speak to her manager like any person would do, right? Do y'all know that every time I would go get this manager, he would make the situation worse? I'm talking about, I've seen motherfuckers slap stuff off the table after he didn't talk to them because he's so niggerish. He's going up to them because he don't give a shit. We in the hood like roaches. This is a private, restaurant, even though it's a chain or whatever, but it's still like, private owned child. It's a whole bunch of shit. Look it up, right? But they just be doing whatever they want. How did you make the situation worse where you're the manager and this lady just smacked all the damn sugar thing, the whole sugar caddy and ketchup and everything all over the floor? What did you say as a manager, sir? I brought you here thinking that you was going to make the situation better and you made it worse. Sour. And then you have these people too. I ain't knocking the elderly people or nothing like that. I'm really not, right? But I am so tired of going to jobs and starting at jobs and you got these old ass women or men that have been here their entire fucking life. Okay, their entire life, they haven't moved up to management, they haven't got a raise or none of that, and you're mad at everybody that comes in here. Every new server, you're mad at. Why are you mad at me? I'm talking about, listen, I've had a bitch mark my whole test, right? And try to say I got all of them wrong. Bitch, I got all of them right. Every single one of them I got right. I'm talking about even when I was moving up to be a bartender, this bitch was doing everything in her power. Listen, let me tell you, older people, we need jobs too. You've been here your entire life and you haven't moved up as far as your position, or you don't feel like you deserve more or you're worth more and you need to leave and go somewhere else to make more money. Don't take that stuff out on us. You should quit. You should resign. I'm so tired of it. Every job that I go to, it's always a miserable ass old lady or old man trying to tell somebody how to do their job or just got a nasty ass attitude because they've been here their entire life. Hello on Periscope. You know what I mean? Every time you go in there and you be excited to move up and all of that. This bitch purposely, listen, I'm talking about, I know some old heads that will purposely tell you the wrong thing to do so you can get in trouble, or will sit there and talk stuff about the job, make you hate the shit, make you hate everybody at the job. And then when you want them snapping out on them for the same shit she been complaining about for years, you lose your job and then you call her to discuss it, okay, to vent, because you know she understands, and it's, oh, well, you should have just put your pride to the side. I'm telling you, misery loves company. Okay, you have some miserable ass people. I'm talking about, even the cooks. I had this one dude, he don't even work at my job now no more, so it's cool, right? This dude, I don't eat pork. I can't fucking eat pork. Yes, I used to eat pork back in the day or whatever, but I don't get into that swine shit no more, okay? I will get sick. So, and banquet type serving, that's another thing too. Okay, I'm gonna explain that to y'all too. When you have like a banquet, this is my first banquet style type of job, but we all eat together. We'll eat whatever, they make, whether it's salmon, the stuff that they had before, whatever they made for the guests earlier that day or whatever. We eat for free and all that type of stuff. When you're at a Fridays or whatever the case may be, you have to pay 50% for your food or like 20% off. Or at IHOP, it used to come out of our check. We would have to get up meal up to like $9 or something like that for free every day. Okay, every day of our shift, and I believe two when you work the double or something like that. Okay, so damn. Where was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, okay. So the meals, right? So I had this one dude. I couldn't stand this guy, y'all. He was so fucking miserable. And mind you, at this time, I'm thinking I'm like the only kind of black girl that they recently starting, you know what I mean? They just started hiring the black girls and shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm telling you, it took me years to get a banquet style type of serving. I just feel like they weren't hiring our kind or whatever. I probably got in because the bitch light. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I had this one cook dude. I used to always be like, I have to ask. They got spaghetti with all this meat in there. They got a whole bunch of stuff in there, right? So I would ask, like, is this pork? Is this you get what I'm saying? He would have an attitude every fucking time that I asked this man this question. How are you mad? I just started here. How are you mad? Long story short, he got fired a few weeks after that. Not because of me, but this is years and years again of people being at these jobs that they hate. I don't know. It's 2019. You do not have to be at a job that you fucking hate. You don't. There's so many things that you could be doing. You could start your own food channel on YouTube. You could do whatever. There's so many other things that you could be doing besides being here miserable as hell. Mad at me because I just got a new job. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck out of here with that bullshit. As far as the uniforms, when you're working for like Fridays and stuff like that, you got to buy your own uniforms. You got to buy your own pants, your own shoes for crews, all of that type of stuff. Banquet serving, you get like, child, you might get like 9 shirts in 1 year because they changing during seasons. They wear different shirts in the morning, different shirts at night. So that's different. They provide you with that. You do have to get your own pants, and you do have to get like your own, non-slip shoes and whatnot, right? My bad. So, excuse me, y'all. Okay, so then they also be having like a cell phone policy. Well, I'm telling y'all, it's completely different. It's tedious. When you talking about banquet serving and you talking about like golf clubs and stuff like that, first of all, you're not even dealing with no cash. When you're doing banquet serving, you're not even touching cash, bro. You're not touching cash. If they have like, a membership where, because you have some places that it's like a temp agency. So they only work events. So they're not dealing with no cash either. But when you have like a club and they come there, for dinner and for lunch and stuff like that, only thing you're dealing with is their member number. When I tell y'all these people's membership is like, for them to eat is like $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Fuck a year. A month, bro. A month. So we're talking about board members. We're talking about all of that. So when you're talking about even being a busser, there's times where we're working events and I'm doing the same job as a busser. You get what I'm saying? Because, okay, this is the difference too. You know how when you at a restaurant, whether it's the 283 and hour ones, the local ones, Fridays, all those chains, when you're done with your food, people come, the buses or whatever, come take your plates, your dirty plates. Do y'all know that when you're at like a golf club or whatever the case may be doing banquet style serving, you can't pull their plates until everybody is done? I'm talking about literally, if it's a 8-top and you waiting for 2 people to like get that last little scoop, you cannot pull their plates. I'm talking about these people will like not necessarily slap you, but like attempt to like, like That's not how that works. Servers, I'm telling y'all, it's a whole nother game, bro. When you're okay, another thing too. Um, as far as greeting them, when when you're doing regular serve, you gotta greet them within like one minute or whatever, like 60 seconds. You gotta get their drink order. Everything is time. You're constantly flipping tables because you're trying to get the most people in and try to make the most money. Get the most tables, flip them joints, get them out, right? No, bro. When you're doing banquet serving or golf club or whatever, these people will sit. Okay. I'm talking about when you greet them, you have to tell them the soup of the day, whatever the soup is, explain the specials might be in the specials might be in the menus, and the menus are books. I'm talking about, bro, I'm talking about a size book like this, like, flip like this. This is how big their menus be when you doing banquet serving. Okay. So we're talking about, not only do I have to, take their drink order, I can't greet them like, how are you guys doing? Or what y'all getting tonight? I can't be on that type time. I gotta greet them by their last name. If I even remember who these people are, I have to greet them like, yes, um, sir and ma'am and all of that. It's a totally different situation. You have to wait. You have to wait to give them their menus, unless they specify like, oh, we in a rush. Can we have our menus? You have to wait until they get their drinks. They take have a toast, and then you give them their menus. Okay. There's times where we doing banquet serving and we have to, when they might use the wrong fork, they might use their entree fork instead of their solid fork or whatever. When you're going around, you have to take them away, bring new ones, walk around, bro. Some days I literally be polishing all day, polishing glasses, getting a whole bunch of silverware together, folding napkins that look like vaginas and shit. I don't know. They look like a vagina to me. I know I keep saying it, but them napkins did, folding them into Christmas trees, folding them into candles. It's so much stuff that's so tedious that a lot of people have no clue about. And if I feel like you cannot jump into just banquet serving if you haven't had the basics of the ratchet places first. It's too much going on. The other day, we got this young boy, and I'm not even going to say how young he is because we all might get in trouble, right? This dude is the baby of the group, okay? He trained with me for a few hours, maybe not even an hour, but he was training with like the top people. They put him with like the top people, right? Don't y'all know this young boy was doing better than the people that have been there for weeks now, bro? That has a lot to do with work ethic, okay? You have dishwashers that I have to tell them, change your water. Change the water because all the silverware is dirty. So now, instead of me rolling the silverware and me getting out of there, now I got to wait for you to rewash them because you didn't take the time to clean your water because you mad because you got to fucking leave. And then you have those people, okay, I'm going to speak for the busters too. Y'all females and stuff, or just male servers or whatever the case may be, y'all can take some of that stuff to the back. If they're doing dishes and the dish thing is clogged up or whatever, or they're trying to fix something, or they're doing something else, taking the trash out, you can bring the refill glasses out. You can bring more glasses out. You can put the dishes where they're supposed to be in the racks the way that they're supposed to be. You can help out. Because we all can't none of us can run this restaurant by ourselves. Again, everybody that's getting involved or trying to get a serving job or a job in a restaurant business, please understand that those managers do not know everything. Once you get that across your mind and understand that common sense is not common, you'll be fine. I'm telling you, you will be fucking fine. Okay? You will be good when you learn that. Sitting up there, this one girl, her dumb ass, or I ain't see, I'm be trying not to like say he and she and all that type of stuff, but this one person that worked at my job, and then it was another dude, rest in peace to B, because he definitely, one of our friends definitely, just passed not too long ago, went to school for restaurant business. Listen, people, stop going to school for restaurant business. That shit is a waste of your parents' money. It's a waste of everybody's time. Because if you don't even want to do it, just like anything in college, if you don't want to do it or you don't know why you're there, you're not going to fully succeed, you fucking dumbass. Going in there, spending your parents. This one girl going to say, child, the girl don't even take initiative, bro. Girl don't even take initiative to do nothing. Yet you go to school for this? You go to school for this? Listen, the one lady was like, yeah, come, stand by me at service. When we training people, we want y'all to stand next to us. We want y'all to stand next to us and write down whatever these people might be saying, because people are creatures of habit, right? We order the same type of stuff. You have the same regulars. After a few times, you know exactly what they want. By the time, by the fourth time that they come in, when they come in, by the time they sit down, you can put that shit in. So as servers, when we're training other servers, we want y'all to stand next to us. We want y'all to stand next to us and take the order with us. Don't you know this bitch that's supposedly in school for serving or restaurant business or whatever the case may be? She gonna tell the lady, like, yeah, stand next to me and take this order, yada, 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 right? The lady gonna say, so the lady goes up to the table, start taking the order. Don't you know the dumbass girl stands like 10 feet from the table. Then when the lady says, oh, well, yeah, I wanted you to take the order with me so you can get an idea of it, she gonna say, oh, next time. Now, again, this shit is tedious, right? So when you talk about seat numbers and all of that going from the left to the right or whatever the case would be, because at a lot of places you can't auction off food. So, you hear people when you bring your food out and other people might run the food. It might be a food runner. They don't know whose food it is, but it says it, seat 1, seat 2, You're supposed to know that type of stuff because a lot of places don't want you to auction off the food. When we say auction off the food, we're talking about when you come out and be like, quesadillas, fajitas. You get what I'm saying? That's auction off the food. At banquet serving, you have to know what food, what seat number is what, because people will check you. You have board members. You get what I'm saying? You have people on the board of the club or whatever the case may be. You have people that are constantly watching you. So you have to be on your shit. So you have things where it's like, okay, the candle sits at seat number 1. The sugar bowls at seat 2. The salt and peppers at seat 3. Okay. We've been saying this shit for months now, bro. Don't you know the same dumbass that's going to school for serving keep doing the same thing over and over, putting it in the wrong spot? Yet the young bull comes in here and he trained for a few hours, literally. Not even a whole 2 hours, maybe. So that's a couple, not a few. You get what I'm saying? He trained for a couple hours. And he's doing better than you. And then she's sitting in the corner talking about something. He's doing good. You fucking think? You think? I just want y'all to understand when y'all go out, the etiquette of this shit. Okay? Tip your servers. I'm not saying now if you have service, because again, this is not easy. I've dropped drinks, glasses. It's not easy coming to you people and asking y'all what y'all want. And you know what I mean? In the proper way, in the right order, and bringing it in the POS system and stuff like that. It's not easy. And to the servers, when you're getting these server jobs, pay attention. Take the initiative. Ask questions. Learn that menu. That's the biggest key. When you learn the menu, okay, and that's the biggest thing that people will not tell you. When you learn the menu, everything else will fall into place. I'm telling you, everything else will fall into place because after a while, you know the questions to ask. You know to ask, what type of, if this salad, if they want the dressing on the side, if they want it tossed or or tossed and chopped, if they want it, if they want to, you doing your upsells, if they want salmon, chicken, or shrimp on their salad, if they want to add shrimp parmesan to their steak, stuff like that, you have to pay attention to. You want to do those type of things. You want, because the guests, one thing I learned about the damn guests, because this is another thing I have a problem with you people, right? If you cannot read, or if nobody is going to fucking help you, or you feel like, you're picky about your food, don't go out to eat. Don't go out to eat, because I'm getting real tired of people coming out, and I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. This is just my opinion. So don't be all up in my comments talking about I'm going to go out to eat all the fuck I want, obviously. But what I'm saying is, if you're a picky person, if you don't eat pork, pay attention to what everything they put, every bacon and avocado and everything now. So you cannot be going out and not reading your fucking menu. You can't go out and say, oh, this got bacon on it. I didn't know it was bacon in there. Yes, they tell us all the time it's our job to ask these type of questions. But there's a lot going on, and I'm only human too. You cannot keep going out here assuming that somebody knows that you don't eat pork. That's why I asked the bull. You feel what I'm saying? Give me all the damn tube. What else, y'all? Again, some clubs you cannot use your cell phone. I didn't even know that. You can't use your cell phone at all, even not even like the members and stuff like that. Side work. Okay, I feel real bad for the people that still having to do a lot of side work, assigned side work, and then other people have to check you, because that's annoying. You have certain females or males that work in this field, and they might be the person that got to check you out, check your silverware, or check your side work out, and they might just don't even like your ass. So then they got you sweeping all these unnecessary spots, pulling out the whole pulling the booth seats up, checking for crumbs and all this other stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for y'all, because I don't got to do that shit no more. That's why I'm trying to put y'all D, and I'm trying to put y'all on to let y'all know, when you know you're worth it, you're a great server. Don't keep sticking around for the same job that hasn't promoted you. They haven't appreciated you for fucking years. Why are you there? People done gave you 1,000,000 cards to go somewhere else. I done got cards from people that work at banks and all types of stuff. Yet I'm still at this place trying to figure out what I'm going to do in my life. Get up and go, and realize that there are better opportunities out there for you. And that hit or miss shit, when you have a family, it's not going to work. Maybe as a side hustle, maybe you might have a little side serving job where you can make your money on the weekends. But take it from me, if you're doing a $2.83 an hour job, do not make it your one job. Okay, maybe you have a partner or whatever to help you out. That's good, but don't make this something that you depend on all the time, because you will be in for a rude awakening, like we are in. We are struggling right now. I'm not really struggling, but people are struggling right now because everybody is at the beach, and everybody is at the beach right now, and they're not making no money. Whoever working at the beach, they're making their money, but those people that live locally and are serving locally, we're not making our money. And we can't even go on our own vacations because we done spent all the goddamn income tax probably on cars and shit, because that's what our filthy asses do. Ain't that what we do as black people? Go and get cars, and the cars that we know we can't pay for, and then by April, June, we ain't got that shit no more, repoed and everything. Child, please. Or we done bung out in it, please. So I just wanted to let y'all know. Okay, I'm trying to put y'all D. If y'all have any more questions, let me know. Okay, I've been doing this serving thing for a long time. That's how I was able to give you the perspective from even the host and being the busser and all of that. Respect your bussers. You get what I'm saying? And bussers respect your servers. The servers that look out for you. You get what I'm saying? That help you separate the silverware, that catch you on the, no, put that shit back in, bro. Because there's times where I go back there and I do dishes. Servers aren't supposed to do dishes. But if the busser gotta go to the bathroom or take out the trash or whatever, I'm not about to wait for that man to come back to wash the dishes. I'm going to help out. You standing there not doing shit. You ain't got no table. You can help out. So I'm just trying to give y'all game, okay? If I missed anything, I apologize. Put them in the comments, okay? Put them in the comments or DM me if you would like. If you have not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, China Black, CHYNABLAKK. Also, and when you look under the feature option, it says TFC Podcast with CB. Man, that's the podcast right there. Make sure y'all check that out. And also streaming if you would like on all platforms. All you got to do is type in the fortune cookie. Okay. I'm going to get off of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Friday. Tip your damn servers. Learn. Y'all going to learn today. Okay. 2019 and y'all still giving bitches $5 on $100 checks. Yeah, yeah. And that's why I be checking y'all at all the shows because y'all don't be tipping right. Fuck out of here.